And now we are moving to the final presentation of the day, which is coming from Sukumar Madugula, who is a sales director at RCT Solutions, which is an engineering company that is helping PV manufacturers around the world to set up the fabs. So Sukumar is going to talk on from concepts to production, engineering pathways for establishing solar module manufacturing plants. Sukumar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Shravan. Thank you. You should be now, Shravan,
Yeah,
right?
it's coming up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Shravan, for such a wonderful session on technology. I mean, especially I was also learned new things from Lead Micro and other partner slides. Today, as being the last presenter, I will not take too much technical time, and also I'm coming more from the engineering and the customer relations perspective. I would like to talk about Indian PV production, especially into module plants. I like to talk today more about the concept of ground. Actually, what the real bottlenecks here, what's really happening in PV module market, as people keep asking me generally, is module factory still viable to invest or not, or even global scale, what's happening in China? Are we there is a room to improve in capex, how we do? So all this, I'd like to give a brief touch base today. I'm from RCT. RCT Solutions is an engineering company. We are 5 companies as a group together. Solutions is more focused on integrating these plants together. And our sister companies power, manufacture BESS and ESS products and hydrogen from the electrolyzer. And we have also a trading and a financial advisory firm for the international business. So concept of ground, I was seeing today a lot of queries. 100 plus people are also asking different topics. India already created, we have been expanding quite heavily post-Corona. I was watching before Corona, we are talking about mere 40 gigawatt, 30 gigawatt, but now we are already crossed 100 gigawatt with having annual demand of 40 to 50. Now the DCR is pushing. So are we still looking into the module lines? Specifically, my topic is on the module, also on the cell. Why can't someone diversify into cell, which most of the players are interested today? And also any chances of partnering together for a common cell line like in China happened, or any consolidation happened? So for that, I prepared a short slide just to show. This slide clearly shows it's a cost curve, a very famous curve. As you see, there is average selling price. So the biggest matter in this market to survive today is the cost per watt. Whatever you're manufacturing today, if you are not below that selling price, despite currently you have this DCR benefits, but at someday it will fall down. Having no DCR cell in your module portfolio, already you're competing with Chinese dumping the prices here. So this curve very clearly shows. On the left side, you can see the players who are having the cost under control. It doesn't matter if you are under the selling price, under considerable differences between the selling price and your manufacturing cost, you're already in the profitable business. And some are in the very close range with the selling price, like recent entrants, like new players are now coming into the PV production market, diversifying from oil, diversifying from textile or other industries. For those businesses, it's a very important mandate to investigate how we implement cost reduction strategy. And likely our other speakers today mentioned about cost reduction, OPEX, using special materials on the BOM or the availability of the BOM. Innovations in cost per watt is to be implemented in the real mass manufacturing in India. So, and also on the right side, those who are on the above the selling price and struggling, there will be a chances, unfortunate situations to consolidate and also maybe merging with the bigger business units. Or there are also some alternatives how someone can join still a module line and still be in the business. I would like to explain this at the end of the talk today. So I keep hearing, okay, a module line in India, we can do it quick. It should be a 6 to 8 months or 10 months factory, but in reality, it's not the case, even in a PV module in a standalone buildings. Why? because I think it's more vendor-driven market here in India. Most likely, even it is passing to Europe also. I was quite observing. Initially, we always go travel to China, brainstorm a lot of vendors, meeting a lot of vendors here. Also today, a lot of speakers are here, but very little we discuss on how we do in the ground here. A lot of big players or established players already have experience. For them, not a problem, but for new entrants to do such module lines, we need to also see how we can do that. And there is always a forgotten phase of engineering in it. So if you did a right engineering, especially from the civil construction, architecture, and also the process perspective required for good modules, will definitely speed up your project. Irrespective of the vendor you choose, you have a lot of options in China and outside China. And also the war footing basis construction, a lot of people push the construction schedules forward, which is really possible in India. But it's we have to also see what cost we are doing. Sometimes I also, when we review, specifically RCT was reviewing a lot of factories, we see a lot of over design, especially in the construction phase, having more tonnage than required. So these are also the cost factors which are equivalent to at least half of the capex in the equipment side. Currently, also we will speak a little bit on the capex of module line, but also on the ramp up and training and stabilizing this module lines. Not many customers having in-house experiences who are coming new. So how we can do that? Right time approach, right execution, the right speed and right capex, for which I like to show this slide. We have to see from the beginning times, the more than the vendor, also we have to clean our house before we go into our community, made on the site permit, on the project scheduling, defining the right products, what we want to do from the market perspective. Already market is enough, has enough players and flooded with a lot of players. How we put the product definition in place, even existing players ramping up gigascale in module, parallelly the cell lines, but how you position yourself in this market is a big question. So for this strategy, we have to prepare in a good way, from the readiness of the site, readiness of the team, readiness of the product definitions, and also very realistic engineering and swift, whatever is just enough required for module factory, and also pre-planned proven vendors. Anyhow, India has a lot of vendors proven in the module lines. So choose the right one, meeting your timelines and the capex, and then a lot of execution on the ground. And owner-driven ramp-up always helps you to ramp up and grow in the further phases independent of vendor. This is something we always suggest, hand-holding the clients from end to end. The know-how is more while executing the factory. So one should invest in your team and prepare your team to do review and learn from hand-holding, starting from order placement to the execution. This will help you as a fast and sustainable. Even the people will be very motivated to work even on the expansion to cell line, which we see a lot of happening as of today. And also on the capex, briefly, I want to touch base. A lot of available vendor scalable solutions previously, before Corona, when we were seeing early 2016-17 from megawatts to gigawatt lines, a lot of innovation happened due to competition and also leverage and automation. So this was also a lot of expertise in India, especially, has been built in supply chain and also preparing the team, onboarding the vendors. So this, now the price, as you see in the curve, a lot of jump has been seen in the capex. Today, I hear a lot of module lines per giga are establishing in the range of $5 million, including everything for the equipment, and also close to 10 to 12 million per gigawatt, including facility utility, which can go down even substantially 10% every year on year. But will it settle? That was a big question. So in our view, I would say the capex may be not going further down, but adding more upgrades and coming with the new technologies demanded by BC and also the new cell technologies. This module line capex may stay here, but a lot of scalability will increase, and also affordability will increase. And also we have to see how we adapt the old lines to the new technologies, where the consideration, like I said, again, the engineering perspective, we should see from the enough utilities, enough supply of all the process utilities available or not, with the adoption of technology, such as I see today also TopCon is being discussed as primary technology, but back contact upgradable kits were there. But how realistic are the kits? Are we investing and just keeping them in our warehouse, or we come back with them or not? And is it also one thing we should also ask ourselves, is India ready with the next gen technology? Module lines currently having 100 gigawatt in the ground, out of which even more than half are TOPCon changing now on the module lines. Are we ready to invest in the next gen, or people are even moving into cell lines more heavily from the TOPCon perspective? So this overcapacity curve may come soon, but how to consolidate, how we beat is only by having a cost control from, like I mentioned in the previous slide, to build a very sustainable cost mechanisms in India, watching our competitors, watching the peers, and watching the materials we choose, and be under the selling price control. And also, last comment, due to current Chinese relations, which now everyone might be watching, maybe it is also good for all the vendors in China also to support India by providing a lot of materials, a lot of machinery, and also on the scalable solutions. This can create a big impact in expediting our industry ramp up, especially in cell lines. Yeah, thanks, Shravan. I'd like to close very quickly on this.
Thanks a lot, Sukumar. So that's very nice insights into the timelines and the capex required for setting up a module lines, especially in India. So then, let's move to the. I have questions, but I think I can also ask them during our panel discussion. So